All right, welcome everybody, Mr. Brian's Amazing World. Today, our Predator engine is finally here, and we needed to order this engine because our rototiller blew up. Basically, well, you can see what's left of this engine here. It completely destroyed itself. There was a whole bunch of mouse, well, we'll call it insulation that the mice had filled these fins with. Ran great, and then all of a sudden, pa-chink donk, and that was it. So a buddy of mine gave me the same engine. Swapped out the carb, put the whole thing on there. It needed a tank, got that on there, went to start it, no spark. Well, back to the Predator engine. So, with this engine, we have bought one of these before, and we put it in a mini bike. And, well, to go from a 5 horsepower engine to a 6.5 horsepower engine on a little mini bike, really cool. I mean, they get up and they move. So I know this engine works very well. It's $100. For a measly $100, how do you really argue this particular engine? So, without further ado, let me show you what we're looking at here. Now, we got this from Harbor Freight. It took about, I don't know, over a week to get here, which is disappointing. It took them over a week to ship it. We needed this a couple weeks ago. Needless to say, we got our engine. Awesome, awesome engine for what it is. For $100, like I said, how do you beat this? Here's what we're looking at. Ta-da! And I can't believe this is that cheap. For now, at least until, you know, the Chinese stuff is over. Well, 212 cc's. Perfect. It takes almost no effort to mount these. 4 bolts right there. Slip this right onto the shaft of that. Should be good to go. And what we're going to do, since we have had so many requests for my wife to do all the cold starts, she will be the first one to start this engine. And we're probably going to do another video at the same time where she starts a whole bunch of engines around here. So if you like that, check that out. Again, we once bought this same engine to build a mini bike. Built one for my daughter. We had to take the gas tank off. We had to reroute the car muffler to make it all fit. And we did have a clutch assembly that fit on this to run for a constant variable transmission. For say a go-kart or a mini bike, like I said, we put it on that. And it's perfect. Works great. I mean, I'd say it's comparable to a Honda engine. Yes, the quality is not as good, but it's still, for $100, it's so hard to beat it. If it wears out, you could go through 3 of these before you get to a Honda engine. I can't recommend these any more just because of that factor alone. They're super light, and pick it right up, it weighs almost nothing. Comes with everything you really need. The engine, and a couple tools in here. The spark plug, God, I don't even know when you're going to need to change that. It's a 4-stroke engine, so it runs forever. Now, when you get these, they have no oil in them. Do not forget to put oil in them. Other than that, there is a slight break-in procedure. You want to go nice and easy with them at first. Don't go hammering it right away. Just put along, let this break in correctly, and you'll be good to go. Tells you kind of everything I guess you really need to do. Other than that, you know, it's a great little engine. Again, $100. How do you beat this? It has the fuel. It has the choke. Here's your throttle. And has your on and off switch right there. Pull it once you put some oil in it, gas in it. She's going to fire up and run pretty darn well for quite a while. Haven't had any other problems with the engine we put in the mini bike. That's why I couldn't think of a better choice for what we need for our rototiller. So I would say if you want to see how this engine runs, go ahead and follow along on what we do with it with the rototiller. Check out our other videos, and well, let's watch everything start. I'll get it in there. I'll mount it up. Really like, I have to just take this bolt off here and these 4, this throttle cable, pull this whole engine out, swap that over. It'll probably take me not even half an hour and this whole engine will be switched. And then we can finish up what we needed to do. Nice small engine, 4 holes on the bottom, bolts right in. Great. Check them out. I can't say anything bad about this. Even though it's cheap, it still works so well. All right, well, she's back, and she's ready to fire this thing up. So, yeah, I explained that you were at a ultrasound, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Needless to say, the first thing we have to do is turn the switch on. Next, you got to turn the fuel on. There you go, fuel's on. We're in the choke. And let's see, if throttle is this way a little bit. Go ahead and pull. You probably have to give 2 pulls and she'll probably fire right up.
Okay.
Go ahead, pull it. And by the way, this is still cold. Has never been started. Whole engine's freezing cold. 1 pull, and this fired right up. Look at that, that's awesome. And man, it's so much quieter. So much.
1 time.
1 pull. First one was like a little la-di-da, plop, plop, plop. Cool. See, obviously our electric start and key switch doesn't work anymore. And if we decide to hook up our throttle cable for now, we'll just fire this thing up and get it running and do what we have to do. We're gonna have to move or adjust or figure this out because it should be pushing instead of pulling, so I don't know. We'll see how that makes out. Needless to say, it's up and running. It's all mounted. Our horse rototiller, she's ready to go again. Oh, I can't wait. Let's go get some stuff done, right, babe?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Ooh, boy, you look pretty hot behind that thing. Yeah, let's take it. So, like and subscribe, Mr. Brian's Amazing World. This is a Predator engine. Awesome, cheap, works that well. And definitely make sure you shut the fuel off all the time and try to run it all out of there and put stuff in there to preserve it at the end of the year or when you're done using it, because you don't want to have to pull this carburetor apart and clean it. Other than that, go for it. Measly $100 engine. How do you go wrong?